to the sixth
episode 6.
Episode 6
that's it.
of my podcast, the Prodcast. We have a special
podcast.
Yeah, we have a special guest today. Who's the host and MC?
Okay, buddy, let's go on out.
Our podcast. All right, we're joined by a special guest today.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, so my name's Ukairo. Yes, first name and last name the same. It's because my name is so nice, you have to say it twice. Very cliche joke, Jesus. But yeah, that's basically it. Sophomore here, RTF, UT.
He's a friend of ours.
Mm-hmm.
I actually knew him my first semester here at UT, so.
Well, we're in the same FIG?
Yeah, we're same FIG.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you.
Ukairo is sitting in for Evan. We're just trying, adding guest on here and mixing it up a little bit. Since episode 5, we attempted to add visual to our podcast. And
attempted. We'll see how it comes out in the edit.
Yeah.
All right, so first topic, I'll go first.
Go for it.
I want to talk about why the hell do movies still come out in theaters for like 3 months before they come out on demand? It's 21st century, and I know so many people who are like, oh, I wanted to see Logan, but I didn't have time to go run over to the theater, pay $30 to Alamo to go, watch a movie or whatever, when I would have gladly dropped like $15 on it day one to watch it digital, right? Even if it's a one-time thing. They're like, I'm cool watching it once, I just want to be able to watch it off my phone, off my laptop, in the privacy of my home. So my thing is, do you think certain movies, because I'm a theater guy, there are movies I have to go see in theater, but my question is, do you think that it'd be cannibalizing their market if they got rid of theaters, or do you think they're actually missing out on not having day one VOD?
No, I definitely think there's just a lot more to the theatrical release, man. I'm with you. There are definitely some movies I have to see in theaters. Any kind of space involved movie, I'm there in theaters. It's just seeing that on a big screen with the surround sound and all that. I need that kind of immersiveness. But do I think they're missing out on it? I mean, they get a lot of revenue from all the tickets.
Do they though?
But they
sell it to the theater. The theater makes the money off of the concessions.
But the theater makes it an event. It makes it a date. It makes it something to go do.
The Alamo makes it an event. The thing is, there's certain states and certain cities that are more theatrical, right? Mm-hmm. And obviously we're going to defend movie theaters because we're film students. But it's I live in Arizona for a year. There's 2 theaters in Phoenix, the capital of Arizona. Really? There's 2 theaters and it's full of old people. There's no young kids there. They couldn't care less. They're watching Netflix. They're watching whatever the newest thing is. Mm-hmm. So my thing is people still like movies. Yeah. It's just they'll rather watch it in their hand, Mm-hmm. And then TV shows now, if Netflix releases a new series, they'll dump it all at once.
Yeah.
And guess what? Those things have amazing ratings. Yeah. Right?
That's fair.
They're not making any more money by drawing it out and having you have to come in every single week. TV caught on, right? Mm-hmm. Cable still does it, but cable's ratings are dropping every single day in favor for Netflix.
Yeah. That's a good point, man.
I guess a better question, because this is kind of a philosophical one.
Sure.
do you think they'll ever change it in the near future? Or do you think the theaters are here to stay?
No, if you look at...
future, theaters have been a thing, since film started.
Right.
Mm-hmm. With the Nickelodeons.
Yeah.
Seeing those silent films, theater's always been around.
But film was a thing since film started, and then we got video.
Then we got video.
I mean, saying anything oh, it has to be this way.
No, but she makes a good point, because even when TVs came out, radios came out, it brought it into the homes. Mm-hmm. People still were going to theaters. It was a huge drop off for a while. Yeah. But then they made that was going back to my point. They made an event of it. It was a thing. At first it was you pay 5 cents. All right, cool. Let's go watch a movie. Now it's dude, what are we doing Friday night? Let's go watch Logan. Let's go out. Let's make a night of it. And now they're incorporating it as a restaurant, so you get food in it. They're just making it more and more spectacle.
Yeah, they have to keep doing things to make it worthwhile.
But they're going to keep doing
until it dies.
It's only become, but now it's
a saving throw, in my opinion.
I think if the technology keeps evolving, for sure, it's not going to stop. If they invent something new, when 3D glasses came out, I think there were people who had stopped going to the cinema, maybe, I'm just assuming, and then they started going back after 3D glasses came out. Then when there's 4D glasses or 4D cinema experiences, I'm not saying that I think maybe they're actually out there now, but the more technology comes up, the more people are going to invent ways to experience that technology, and experience is it's priceless, you know what I mean? Technology you can always buy your phone, but being in that cinema. So I think it'll probably not stop, and as long as the technology keeps getting better, it's not going to stop.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. That's fair.
Because the only reason why I watched Jungle Book John Favreau's Jungle Book is because of IMAX. Like because I knew I was like, this is gonna like just like facially just destroy me. Like,
it'll rain on you.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't wait for this. That's when I watched it. Otherwise, I'll wait for it. Like Cinderella, I didn't go out to go watch in theater. I watched it in DVD. Like Beauty and the Beast, I didn't go out to theater. I don't care enough about it. I watched Beauty and the Beast pirated on the side of a food truck here in Austin.
Hypothetically.
So, and I'm like,
that's right. You saw it on the food truck.
It was on the side of a food truck.
I'm like, I probably liked it more.
Chicken and waffles.
I liked it more because I had food. Like there you go.
No, but I mean, there's definitely like a thing like thinking about it in the reverse manner. Like when I watched Interstellar, I watched it in my dorm room on my tiny little TV, all like in the dark by myself, and I was like, I was so into it. I loved the movie, but I was like, this sucks. Like this is not fun. Like I punched myself in the thigh. I was like, I should have watched this in theaters when it was out.
No, Interstellar, I walked away from that at the theater and I was like in tears because I'm like, what did I watch? Why did it end that way? And I was just insane. And then I'm like, I feel so bad for my mom because my mom cannot. She has horrible anxiety. Just like literally, it just kills her to go out in public. Oh, she's scared of movie theater. She just doesn't like all the stuff that goes on there, whatever. So she hasn't gone to see a movie. Like the first one she's gonna see, and like since Man of Steel came out, that's the last movie she saw. No, Fast and Furious 6. I think that's the
Fast 6.
But yeah, the next one she's gonna see is King Arthur because she loves Guy Ritchie, so she's willing to go see King Arthur on theater. But like since then, like whatever. But she's like, I'll watch if they released it on day one digital, I'd go watch it. You know, she watches movies constantly. It's just like she physically can't bring herself to go to the theaters and like.
There's definitely a market for it. It's just they just have to make the conscious decision. You know, once we make this available, everyone's going to slowly gravitate towards it. Like even though the people that like are desperately wanting it, there's still people like me who love going to the theater. But eventually, I'll probably just be like, no, I can just buy it here right now.
You know, I know I'm the one who brought this topic, but I'm immediately going to go against myself. Especially for devil's advocate. I realize I'm like, you know, like no matter how much technology advanced with music, people still go pay for concerts. Like I'll still go out of my way to go see something like for the spectacle of it. So I guess theaters will never go away. And like no matter how much piracy there is, no matter how much you can get something more conveniently, I'll still go out of my way to go hop on the bus, go to South Lamar, and go watch a movie in Alamo. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, one thing about movie theaters, like at least for me, is like if I plan on seeing this movie like just once, then I'll go see it like in the movie theater.
Sorry.
But other than that,
and also I guess other movies too. Like Alamo does a good job of getting foreign releases. Like, I would never have heard of Raw if it wasn't for the fact I went to the theater and saw that. Oh, Raw is this fantastic French film. It's essentially this veterinarian girl. Like she's going to school for vet school, and her freshman year, the way they haze all the veterinarian students is they force them to eat raw like animal meat. And you find out that she does it, and you find out the reason why she's vegetarian is because her family are cannibals. So it reignites something inside of her, and she starts going cannibal. And
my god!
And she just starts like dating, like hooking up with the guys just to eat them and stuff. And it's all kind of a metaphor. Yeah, right.
Just like, I wish he was on camera. Just like shrugged into his like.
But it's all kind of a metaphor for like
himself.
I told him before the podcast. I was like, I can't wait to have your laughter recorded because I love it so much. It's so like contagious and joyful.
But it's like I watched it in the subtitles of Alamo, you know, and I wouldn't be able to see this film without it. I wouldn't have seen this girl devour this guy's arm.
What? No, man, no.
I guess. Yeah.
Raw, okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, definitely check out Raw. Definitely check out. There was another form. I'll remember it later.
Have you been to the Alamo here?
Yeah, I saw. What did I say at the Alamo? I saw the Harry Potter. What's it called?
Oh, Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, I did.
Did you like that?
Okay, so Fantastic Beasts. My only problem was the fact that I couldn't hear half of what the guy was saying. I loved everything else, but sometimes he spoke too fast, and I was like, "What did you just say?" And then you add the British accent as well, which is just like, you know, it's not the most bizarre thing, but still, like, he had a specific way of speaking to, you know, suggest that he was a timid human being, but still, like, really, like, wow.
No, his delivery style definitely is like quibbish. Like
It's weird. Like his buddy, no, man. But I loved it was fantastic as the name implied.
There you go. Yeah, it definitely was fantastical.
I was thinking the same thing.
You talked about the British thing. Have you guys seen Trainspotting 2 yet?
No.
It is a great bit because they're like super Scottish, and one of the characters is like notorious for being horrible with it. The beginning of the film, he's just subtitled throughout the entire thing because there's just like his character's ridiculous. It's him just completely so because you can't. It's so Scottish. It's so much bro. And Ian McGregor, no subtitles, equally as Scottish. But Daniel's character is just completely bad.
Isn't that interesting though? How like it's kind of subversive. Like when you think about, I don't know if you guys have seen that funny video online where the dudes were like, okay, it was kind of like, I mean, very controversial, but like it was an execution by so-called Al-Qaeda.
Oh yeah,
and every time the dude would speak, they would have subtitles. But when the lady would speak, they wouldn't have subtitles. And it was just like, where are my subtitles? Where are her subtitles? Why don't you tell them to put the subtitles? I was like, wow. Anyways.
Oh, it's an excellent point.
And then I guess to wrap up the topic.
Yeah.
What's your favorite theatrical experience? I know it's a rough one. Like, what's the best thing you've seen in theaters?
Best thing I've seen, or it was just the best experience?
I guess both. Like,
best experience was probably seeing Star Wars 7 because it was like me and all my friends planned it, and it was just like that whole room, the atmosphere was thick with hype. I mean, it was like you could actually cut through it. Everyone in there, as soon as the lights went down, everyone started applauding. You saw people everywhere with like Star Wars shirts. It was like I jumped back into the 90s or something. Like it was like people were actually there for this fucking movie, and it was great. There was applause as soon as the everything started happening. Everyone lost their shit when people laughed.
I shed a tear.
Oh my god, it was so beautiful. Like I was like sitting next to my good buddy and my little brother, and I was like, "This is it. This is one of the happiest moments." And it was my one of my friends I was singing it with. He turned 18 during the movie.
Really?
Yeah. So it was like that's awesome. Like right at midnight, it was like, it's so cool.
It definitely was a moment of like, this is our Star Wars movie.
Yeah, it was like, wow, we get it. And
for us.
Yeah, it was. I'm just glad we weren't the prequel generation.
I know. I feel so bad for my dad. Alright. Shrode?
Oh, for me, this is a while ago, but I went to go see The Help in middle school. It was the first time I had gone to the movie theater, but like dropped off by my parents. I was just there with a friend, so I felt so cool. Like I was out in public without my parents.
Yeah.
And also, I was just in this wonderful crowd of just a bunch of women. They were just all watching The Help, and they're just such a good energy. Like a joke would happen, or like the whole pie thing where the chick eats shit, actual shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
And like, just like applaud.
It's great when they're all in like synchron. Like when everyone's
everyone's
in
like applauding at this moment, just at the screen, and like everyone was just happy, and I left that movie, felt so empowered.
Yep.
I have two. So
Okay.
one of them is when the first Transformers film came out in theater. Because my dad, he was a Transformers fan as a kid. Because of that, was a Transformers fan because I had all of his old toys and it was just fun, whatever. And like the rest of them, obviously everyone has their opinions on just how stupid block. But at the time when it was just the first movie, it's like, this is a lot of fun, And it was the same thing as Star Wars where it was like everyone was wearing their Transformers t-shirts before they played the new one. They played the original animated film on there, which is one of my favorite animated movies of all time. So it was like super hype. And it was just a good experience of like, this is my dad and I sharing a moment kind of thing, and I liked it because it was like, the movie didn't disappoint me. Like, is this child? I always say that the first Transformers film was from a different America. It was really like the last before like the Obama generation. It was this like,
Makes sense.
it was totally, PC culture wasn't around where like you could just have bombshell woman and it's like that's not considered sexist and it was like over the top explosions and we were fine with that. We didn't feel like we were pandered to. So I'm like it was and I'm not saying things haven't gotten better. I'm just saying it was the end of an era in my like as a child. That was like the last movie I saw before I went to England. Like literally it was like 2007 and it came out like that July and then like a month later I went to England, so for like 7 years. So it was like my last American experience. And like I left and it was like the economy in America crashed. Obama became president. I was like, wow, everything's just changing when I left.
That was right when I moved back. So I came back to, your economy's crashed. The housing market's down. And I was like, oh shit.
At least you weren't living in England like trying to use the dollar when they were using the pound. That was rough when like 3 of our dollars was only worth 1 of their pounds.
That's brutal. What about you, Ukairo? Favorite movie experience?
I'm stuck between Deadpool and Get Out. Get Out was a communal experience.
Sure, I bet.
It felt like as big as that cinema felt. Actually, it wasn't that big, but like as big as it felt like to be surrounded by that many people, it felt like I was at home with a bunch of people who were about to like have a laugh and have a serious scare. But Deadpool, because from the start of the movie, and this is why people were like, Deadpool is a bad movie. There are people who say that, by the way. And I'm like, if you went into Deadpool expecting story, Well, sorry, right? It was supposed to be visually spectacular.
Yeah.
So
It was.
I would actually say Deadpool, man.
Yeah.
Deadpool. I think like for cinema experience, like oh my god, like Deadpool was mind blowing.
Ryan Reynolds is so
Yeah.
he's killing it lately.
Yeah.
I would agree with you, but I watched Deadpool sitting next to a 5-year-old and his mother. So
What?
it's not. I know. I sat down next to my buddy. We were back at UTA. We sat down and we look over, and I just said something like, "Oh, I don't fucking care about that." And he goes, "Dude, what's your language?" And I look at him like so weird. I'm like,
Oh my God.
"We're 20 years old. What?" And I look and there's this kid, and I'm like, "No, she brought him to me.
Yeah.
I'm
Why did
fine.
you
This
bring
is
him
on
here?
them."
R-rated
Yeah.
film, like,
I'm like,
God.
I don't care if it's a superhero movie. It's an R-rated film, Jeremiah. I guess I said his name.
It's like,
Yeah, and I was like,
hey, Ethan had a bad experience. You know my friend Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl went to go watch it. There was this, again, like these group of teenage kids, and they wouldn't stop talking. I've never,
God.
Carl's never, Carl, you know Carl.
Yeah, I know Carl.
He's the most unassuming guy. He literally just takes his large fountain drink and just tosses it at the kid's head and says,
Really?
"You ruined my movie experience." And then he looks at me the next day. I don't know this context. He looks at me and he's like, the next day he's like, "Hey, you want to go see Deadpool?" And I'm like, I thought like he posted on like social media you're going to go watch it. He was like, "Yeah, it didn't really work out." And I'm like, "Oh, you want to go with Alamo?" He's like, "We shouldn't go back there. Let's go to a different Alamo." And I'm like, it's this little burst of rage. And I saw it happen again. That film, The Witch. With,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that like
Haven't seen it.
really creepy.
Oh,
like
no.
it's about like puritanical America. These people get like outcast out in the woods and everything.
Oh,
Mm.
I saw the trailer.
Yeah,
Damn.
it was a really good horror film. And again, same thing happened where Carl's in Alamo. And there's this fat dude in front of him just like, "Oh, she's bad." She's bad. He's like, "Shut up." And now I'm like, it's 50-50. Like, whenever I go watch a movie with Carl, I'm like, let's go at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. Like, I want to make sure no one else is around.
Please, next time you go to a movie with Carl, please invite me. Oh my god. If I have a bad movie experience, at least I have that.
Right.
Yep.
Akira, want to take it away for the second topic?
Yeah, man. Okay, cool. Let's talk about like fast food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about fast food, but let's talk about fast food as a college student, and what that experience like could entail for life. I'm beginning to sound very philosophical, I know.
No, it's great.
But basically, man, I was at the union and I was just thinking, man, I'm hungry. Like I want to get some Wendy's, but I'm trying to save money. And then I just thought about all these things. I was like, yeah, we should definitely talk about Wendy's.
Right.
So Wendy's to me is the best thing, and that was because I was force-fed Wendy's when I lived in Chester. Because it was the only thing that was open at around 3, and you're studying, and you come from the PCL, or you go to a party and then you come back and you need food. But, so it was force feeding in a sense because that was all that was available. But at the same time, I just fell in love with it. Now, believe you me, I have 2 Instagram posts about Wendy's. Do you want? I can show them to you. One of them is literally me taking a picture. By the way, do you know the founder of Wendy's?
No.
No one knows that, but people say Dave's double all the time. His name is Dave Thomas.
Okay.
People don't know. That's trivia
Oh, so
about Wendy's, right?
that's what the Dave's double is.
Yeah.
Is Dave.
Dave and people.
Oh, hey.
Hey, you learn things when you hang out with me. So about Wendy's, but yeah, it's like I'm trying to share this picture. Damn, my internet is really bad. But yeah, I just took pictures of Wendy's, the wall in Gesture. And the second one actually features Tatiana. So this is the first one. It says Dave Thomas founder, and I say, thank you, Dave. Dave Thomas, you rock, Second one is Tatiana, just being happy in between like a Wendy's kind of like.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, this is how Wendy's makes me feel. Wendy's 4 for 4.
Yes, I was gonna ask you.
The best deal in fast food.
Best deal.
I think it's the best thing.
Yeah, it's such.
They tried to beat it. Was it McDonald's 5 for 5?
Yeah.
No.
Burger
A
King-
cookie?
Burger King is
A
fine.
cookie?
Right.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
4 for 4, hands down, and that's free refills if
Yeah.
you just keep going by a machine. It's
So that's the thing is McDonald's is really cheap, but like the quality is also really cheap. And when you start stacking things together to make yourself full, it's not enough. But the Wendy's 4 for 4 is like
It does it.
It doesn't feel like you're eating disgusting fast food. You're like, this is a good burger. These are chicken nuggets. These are fries. Or little tip, you can also switch out the small fry for a small chili.
See, I tried to do that. They said no. Because you told me that one time, and I was like, oh, sweet, I'm going to try chili. Didn't let me do it. But I have heard you can switch the drink for a Frosty.
Really?
I've heard that. Okay. I tried to do it again one time. They said no. I tried to do it another time. They said yes. It depends on the cashier. Yeah. You gotta persuade them. It's all in the persuasion.
I found out on accident because one time I asked for a chili and she was replaced because I was like, oh, my meal came out to $4.04, whatever. And they turned out
$4.33. I got it down.
$4.33.
Yeah.
$4.96 if you get lemonade.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I have a trick to teach you for lemonade.
So
here's what I mean. The first few times it happened, it wasn't intentional. So I'm standing there, and then she's like, "Will that be all for you, sir?" I say yes, and then she swipes. I go, "Oh, by the way, sorry, can I switch this out for lemonade?" She was like, "It's all right, I got you." And then she got me lemonade. It happened again. So the third time, so it wasn't the same cashier, but I was like, let me just see if this actually works. And I didn't time it right, and so it kind of like when she was about to swipe, and then she was like, "Okay, cool." Then she added it was now $4.96. But I've actually made it happen once where I deliberately went, I want to drink, and then they swipe. I'm like, actually, can I get lemonade instead?
And they're just too lazy to go back and fix it?
Yeah, it's no
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So if you want to get lemonade, save yourself some cents, wait for the swipe, or just like time it right or something. Just, you have to.
It's only like an extra $1 then for the. No, that's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
My life is hacked now.
Yeah.
Wait, time out. I thought the
lemonade makes it $4.96.
The lemonade makes it $4.96, but isn't lemonade one of the options in the machine? I don't even know what that machine's called.
Well, they're talking about like the fresh.
The strawberry.
Strawberry and the normal
lemonade.
Got it.
Yeah.
I used to go to Wendy's just for the lemonade. I go get a lemonade.
Yeah.
Really?
Lemonade's really
it's
good.
so refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna try your life hack, and I'll get back to you and let you know.
Do it, man. Save yourself some cents, bro.
What about so Wendy's is obviously a good one. It's a staple. Like I get that Monday and Wednesday usually between my classes when I'm studying for my next RTF class with like Tiger and stuff.
We literally have the most profitable Wendy's in like the world.
Yes,
in the world.
It's literally the most profitable Wendy's.
That's amazing.
Most highest grossing
highest
Wendy's.
grossing Wendy's.
That's crazy.
Here in Chester, yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, I mean, they told us that on tour, and I was just like, damn, dude, some people love their Wendy's.
But then you
It's not just that;
realize,
it's so economically perfect.
It's just that it's 24 hours, basically.
And
And
then
you get drunk kids.
If you live in Chester and your option is, do you go to JCL, which you're gonna spend $8 for like a block of meat that they call a hamburger? Or you get
perfect.
$10 for a salad or something, or you're gonna go to Wendy's and spend $4 and actually get filled.
And they're right next to each other, man.
Yeah.
It's like a left, right. I'm gonna go with left.
Yeah.
If you're coming from Chester.
Are you guys fans of the press button soda machine?
Yeah, I absolutely am. Are you not?
Capitalism at its
wait,
finest.
There are certain people that get triggered by these machines. They're like,
I mean,
some people prefer just the push. They prefer the preset options. That way you're not mixing the nozzle and everything like that.
I mean, yeah, I get that point completely, but having the option of, because I'm a huge Coke fan, Coca-Cola preferencing, huge Coca-Cola fan, and I love...
Matt does cocaine.
What? Internet. But I love the option of having, am I in a vanilla Coke mood? Am I cherry vanilla mood? Just classic. I love
Diet Coke mood.
Yeah. No. Never in that mode. No, I can't stand diet soda. I cannot stand it.
I can't do diet. I can't do zeros.
Diet Coke is like the symbol of my mother. You'll always see her with a Diet Coke in her hand.
Wow.
If it's daytime. If it's nighttime, there's a glass of wine in her hand.
If I'm gonna drink a soda, I'm gonna drink regular soda.
Yeah, I'm gonna take everything, all the consequences. I'm taking all those consequences. I used to, if you were late at my school and like you needed a tardy pass, sometimes if you came in with a Diet Coke and you just gave it to our secretary, she'd be like, well, I guess it's fine this time. So it might have been low-key bribery.
Wow.
But
what kind of school did you go to, man?
You missed it.
Coke.
No, you missed it. The story I told about, I'll tell you about it sometime. I told it on like 2 podcasts
Matt got
ago.
kidnapped.
I was accused of being kidnapped. It was a great story.
The homicide squad
Oh my God.
HVD
came to
homicide.
his
Dang.
school.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Other question, I guess. 'Cause
Sure.
Y'all are Texans. You're not from America.
I'm not even from America, yeah.
So, and then I'm from Las Vegas. So, what's your guys' opinion on In-N-Out?
I like In-N-Out.
God, I love In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. I really like
In-N-Out is deep for me, right? Because Wendy's is my first love. I love Wendy's, right? but like I had In-N-Out. When did I have it the first time? I was in California for a church trip,
Right.
and someone tells me there's a thing called In-N-Out, right? And I haven't tried all the different options there are in America, right?
No, sure.
And I'm like, In-N-Out sounds quick, right? Like, in and out.
Yeah.
So let's go get it, because I was really tired.
And you're in California, so this is prime condition. Yeah.
And I go in there and I get the burger. So I was like, it's really good, right? The second time we're going, someone goes, have you tried animal style?
Yes.
That's it.
And I was like, animal style. Tell me more. It's like, there's a secret menu. I'm like, what? I want the secret menu. And then I go there, animal style fries. And then this thing comes out with queso and like everything on it.
Yeah,
and then
Thousand Island sauce, onions. Yeah.
I took a bite and I was like, Wendy's, I'm sorry, I just cheated on you. Right? In my head, I was like, wow, this is going to change everything for me. It's just too far away. I think if In-N-Out was here, I would have divorced Wendy's and then.
Sure. You don't get actual on-campus
Yeah,
presence.
for sure, man. It would be too convenient.
No, In-N-Out's just up there now on Guad. I go sometimes. I haven't been in a while.
I always have to, because I live in Durham, so I literally, like, I can see it from my window. So as I'm walking back from class, and I smell the wave of, I'm like, oh, man. And here's controversial opinion. I don't hate their fries. Like, everyone I know is like,
fries are
and I normally get them animal style anyway.
Yeah.
But that being said, everyone knows like, well, Whataburger and blah blah blah, everything's better because of the
Whataburger does have
fries.
good fries.
And I'm like,
Whataburger has better fries, but if they had
never had their
Whataburger
fries.
fries animal style,
Oof, that would be
Yeah.
and
crazy.
my whole thing is like, I always tell people, don't judge In-N-Out based off of the Texas locations because I'm like, it's not the same magic. Like, I had Whataburger in Arizona and in Nevada, and I'm like, this is normal. I'm like, this isn't like anything really special or anything. But In-N-Out, it's like, there's something about the California and Nevada In-N-Out
Yep.
where you just bite into it and
It's not the
just,
same thing.
it's fresher and it's better and it's just so good and the workers are just like a little bit more on point. Like, they know they're part of like In-N-Out cult, you know? Like, they recognize it better. I don't know. It's a thing.
It's good.
But
There was also something else about In-N-Out. Everyone who served it at that particular joint went to, they were gorgeous people. I don't know, I'm not saying that the one here, it's not the same experience, but literally you walk in and I thought they were all siblings.
Yeah.
From parents with very, like, beauty genes from
it doesn't
another
help either
planet.
with the outfits too, because it's all like the matching like hats and no. And here's the trick: no one does it here, and I
Yeah.
haven't done it because I want to embarrass Emily when I go with her. But I always back home ask for the frickin' kids menu because with the kids menu they give you the stickers, they give you the coloring book, and they give you the hat.
I want
You-
the
Oh, wow.
stickers.
You get the hat workers hat with it. Like next time we go, we'll go, and it gives me nostalgia doing it because it's like I've been doing it since I was like
A wee
since I was
lad.
born. You know,
Wow.
I'm from the West Coast, so it's like. It's the same set of stickers, and they never updated their package.
That's
It's the
amazing.
same set. Like imagine if like you went to McDonald's and they're still like giving out Grimace toys. You know,
Oh my goodness.
they're still whatever. It's like this is the nostalgia. But, like no one asked for it because everyone's a grown adult. But you have to ask for the kids next time.
Should I ask for the kids menu?
Like if you look at my dorm, I have like 7 of those little trifold hat things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
those are great. Honestly, I think something else that goes underrated about In-N-Out is their presentation. Like,
Yeah.
I can't remember who I was talking about with this. It's just like they only have so many things on their menu.
Yeah.
But their presentation is phenomenal. Like the whole it's like callback to old 50s style diner. I love it. Every time I walk in there, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting food. It's not just like whenever I'm like normally a college student, I walk in somewhere, I'm like, getting food, swipes debit card, dies a little bit on the inside. This is like, it's another thing, like going with the movie thing. It's like experience. I don't know what it is. It's great.
And then the only because everyone's like Whataburger, like no Whataburger's cheap. Like Whataburger is like the McDonald's of Texas. It's like the super McDonald's.
Dude, back
Oh,
home in
really?
Houston, if you talk shit about Whataburger, you're
No, I know.
gone.
No, if you talk trash here, people want to fight. And I'm
They'll
like,
fight
get out of
you to
here.
death.
But here's the thing. I think the actual Texas competitor to In-N-Out, P. Terry's.
Oh, Peter's?
yeah.
I like
Peter's
Peter's.
I've
like
never
good.
had P. Terry's.
It's
Sounds
really,
like a good burger stand.
Huh.
yeah, it's really a burger stand. It's really good.
Where is it on?
There's one down near the Capitol. It's like, I know it's
Okay.
far away, but
Oh,
it's
that's
on 6
up Lamar. Yeah, up North Lamar. You
Okay.
can just go down up there too.
Yeah.
There's a few places around here.
There's
One
one
by
You have to
Peter
like
Pan
travel.
Mini Golf.
Oh, yeah.
I'll look them up.
There's a few around.
Peter's.
It's nice.
It's a good burger, and it's cheap.
It's cheap too, right?
Cheap, good fries.
Do you guys
as
think
Really?
let me ask you this. Do you think In-N-Out is cheap?
No.
I think it's worth the
That's
quality,
the thing.
but it's not cheap.
Yeah, the quality's so high, you're like,
Yeah.
it's
I'm all
worth
in
it.
it.
I'm
It's like
gonna
a
go
buck
with
or
it.
two more
Yeah.
than P. Terry's, right?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Is P. Terry's is like good. Like
Yeah,
if I
P.
was
Terry's
paying-
is like $4.
And that's why they should Whataburgers. It's too expensive. If I
Yeah,
was,
Yeah.
Whataburger's way more
Whataburgers is,
expensive.
yeah.
if I was paying Whataburger money for P. Terry's, I'm like no.
Yeah, absolutely.
But because I'm like I'm paying $2.30 for just a hamburger at P. Terry's, screw it, you know.
P. Terry's is someone that I do not like their fries.
Really, I love the peanut oil.
No. I do not like. I think it's P. Terry's I'm thinking of. They're just like too crisp and stuff like
yeah,
that.
that,
see,
yeah.
I like that about fries.
Oh, have you gone on Five Guys?
So here's the thing. I used to have a Five Guys back in Houston.
Is
I was
that not-
never a big fan of it. No, I just saw it on that. I was never a big fan of Five Guys. I know it's weird.
Burger, hot dog, the shakes.
I love all the things they serve. It's just I didn't
Don't
think
like the
they
way
did
they
it
do
well.
it.
But I've only been to one Five Guys though.
Okay.
Could have been a
Are they
thing.
the ones who have nuts? Like,
They have the
oh.
peanuts, yeah.
I think the peanuts are the best thing about them.
It-
I'm just trying to diss them. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Um, No, yeah, Pete Terry's is definitely good. I think it's a contender. I don't know. Pete Terry's is, for me, I wouldn't put it as it's a substitute for Whataburger. It's more like a way better substitute than for McDonald's.
No, sure. I'm just trying to figure out like the level here. People are like, "Yo, bro, try Whataburger." And I'm like, "I've tried it."
Yeah, Whataburger's it's good.
It's too expensive.
It's just a
like
little
when
pricey.
you just go to In-N-Out,
Yeah.
But my issue with Whataburger,
you can get a better burger for half the price.
Yeah.
I almost always get like the patty melt ones, and I'm like, I can make this myself. I can go get a grill, get like a bunch of hamburger meat for way cheaper, and grill myself up some burgers, and it tastes the same way. Like that's Whataburger style. It's like home grilled burgers, and I'm like, I can do it myself. You know, well, In-N-Out, I'm like, I can't animal style.
You cannot.
I need the people in the white hats to do it for me.
Please.
That's true. That's something like a friend of mine always says. Like, I don't go to Whataburger because like that's making a sandwich.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh.
I don't buy stuff that I can make at home, which makes sense. She's like,
No, that's great. That's fair philosophy.
But my philosophy is, if someone can make it better than I can,
Right.
Ooh, that is a good
I'm
one.
buying it.
I'll throw some cash on that.
That is good.
It's a great topic, Akira.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, so who's up next? Matt?
Me it is. So I thought about this one, another one that doesn't require much research, but I truly thought it was one where we can give our own little anecdotes for it. What is the loneliest thing you guys have each done? And I'm willing to start if you guys don't want to.
I can start.
You want to start? You go for it, Shrode.
So, most New Year's.
Oh, really?
Most New Year's, yeah. My parents will go out to parties, and they'll be like, "You can come with us." I'm like, "I'm gonna be the only child there. You guys are 50 years old. I'm not gonna hang out with a bunch of 50-year-olds."
On New Year's. So what do you do?
Sit on my roof, cold, with a bottle of Welch's sparkling grape juice, and pretend like I'm having a wild time.
So sad.
That's such a sad image. I'm
that
laughing.
every New
Last
Year's?
lonely times.
That's
Every New Year's.
Not last New Year's,
Okay,
but
cool.
most New Year's.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, that's such a.
I can't even laugh at that.
That's like I'm laughing at it because like I'm like, oh, it just makes it's like
Okay,
such a
so
sad
bad.
image from like
I'm
filling the
imagining
space.
little Emily too.
Little
just like-
Emily Shrode sitting on her roof. Oh God.
All my neighbors are like,
You have a
popping
brother.
fireworks.
What you didn't go hang out with your
He's
brother?
in college.
Oh yeah. Oh.
He doesn't want to hang out with me.
Oh, that's such a sad. Yeah, that definitely qualifies as lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Which,
do you-
I mean, joke's on him. We're living together next year, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a lonely New Year's here, you're not doing college right, though. To be fair. Oh, I guess
Yeah.
I guess
Well,
we go
I was
home.
back home.
Yeah, I guess we go back home. Never mind, I forgot about that. That's a fair point. What about you, Ethan? What's the?
So I think
loneliest
this
thing you've done?
differently. For me, I like being alone.
Yeah, sure.
I not to be like a douche or anything, but like
Yeah.
the way I live my life, I'm always surrounded by people, and it's to keep me sane.
Right.
But there are moments I need to be away because it's like I don't like being quiet. I don't like the voices, you know, right? I don't want to be alone. But there are moments though where I'm just like, I physically haven't, like, I'll be like at her place and then go straight to a class and then go film something and then go back to her place. You know, I'm always around people.
Mhm.
So there's moments where I'm like, I just need to sit here by myself in silence. But in terms of that, the most alone I've ever felt was, so I used to wrestle back in high school, and it was back when I lived in England also. We used to travel all the time, like everywhere, like all over the world basically, all over Europe. So we go to like Wiesbaden, Germany, or we go to France, we go to like Belgium, we go to whatever. And there was a time where we were in, Stuttgart. We were in Stuttgart. That's where they make Porsches. And we were in Stuttgart, Germany, and it was like we stopped off for the wrestling trip, and the bus was there. And the thing was, everyone really wanted to go to this Italian place, and I had already gone there for football season.
Oh.
And it's a really
For you.
Yeah, brag about it.
there was
I did this
ano-
last time
there
I
was
was in
another
Germany.
place I wanted to go to.
Okay.
So I'm like, both these places are equally as good, but this Italian place, it's really cool. Like they like fresh in like a wok make the pasta for you. It's like I want this, I want this, I want like this manachili, I want arugula on here, I want all these things. And they put it in there.
good.
It's such a good. You should go if ever go back. But everyone wanted to go, and I'm like, I don't want to drive $2 away because there's this really cool ramen place I really want to try. I want to see how German ramen is, whatever. So I was being, I'm in high school. I'm stubborn. I'm really, really stubborn.
Sure.
So I got an argument
Still
with
that
everyone. Yeah. I got an argument with everyone, and I was like, well, screw it. I'm going to go. And y'all can go over there. And it was like middle of January because it's wrestling season. It's just like snows all over the ground. It's like cold. I'm like wearing my hoodie and like sweatpants, just
Right.
hobbling through. And everyone's like, oh, all right, meet us at the Italian place when you're done. I'm like, all right. Because we're always literally once the bus stops, we just hang out and do our own thing. And then it's like you have to be there for the meet. So until the wrestling meet starts, we're just free roaming. So I'm just like, okay, I can walk through Germany by myself.
Oh my God.
No biggie. And I'm just walking through, and the cold just hovering through. There's random German people looking at me.
Oh God.
And I'm just, at this point, like, my beard was starting to come in as a kid. So I just had, like, the massive stubble going on with, like, my really puffy hair. I was so Jewy. And I'm just, like, walking through, people were like...
Oh, dang.
They're, like, trying to talk.
Okay.
They're trying to talk.
Now I see. Now I get it.
Got the context.
I was like, wait.
And then walking through, and at first I was, like, fuming. So, like, I had this, like, ee in my head, so I wasn't really noticing it. And then got to the point where I'm, like, halfway there. And I realized how much of a distance it was from the bus stop to, like, my place. And I'm like, the place I need? I'm like... I saw myself in, like, the reflection of a storefront window. No. And I'm just, like, so disheveled. I look like I just, like, escaped the camp, you know?
Oh.
I was on the road.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like...
You had to go there.
And I'm like, I'm literally alone. Like, this is the most alone I've ever felt.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, you know, my parents are, like, literally countries away from me.
Oh.
All my friends are, like, in a place. I'm like, man, I don't like this.
Did you turn back or
I turned around.
Oh, good for you.
I went back and I was just like, I'm gonna get some Italian food.
Yeah, it's good for you. Oh my god, that's a realization that's crazy. Now the question is, Ukairo, do you want to go next or do you want me to go next? You want to go last?
Yeah.
It better be a good story then, because you got to.
Dude, okay, cool. Wait, no, let me go
Can't be as
then.
embarrassing as my story.
Let me go.
Yeah, that's. Let's hear it.
I don't know if it's like, I mean, culture shock, right?
Yeah.
There's like, I mean, I don't know, man. I didn't grow up in the party culture, honestly. Like, I still see parties as like, you know, functional. Like, you go there to have fun with people. I go to parties to dance on my own if I don't have company, right? So, I didn't know too many people back then in my freshman year here, you know, and you just came from Nigeria. And I'm not, people like party back in Nigeria. I just didn't grow up around that kind of environment, you know. Yeah, mommy and daddy, I'm sorry, I party in college. You know, like, I mean, like, I go out, you know, like, I'm out partying every weekend, but I go out with my friends. I'm part of an a cappella group, right? But before that, before I was part of this a cappella group where we could go out and we could have fun at someone's place, I would, on Friday nights and Saturday nights, I would, I live in Chester, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not a big deal, but like, it's so lonely when you think about it. It's so lonely and so cliche. I've said cliche too many times today. I would leave my dorm room, take the elevator downstairs, like to the second floor, and go to the piano room and play piano for like hours.
That's not...
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you go up to the roof, look at the moonlight, and you're singing to the moon by yourself.
The only thing that tops that was when I would go on the bridge that connects the engineering buildings and just reflect on life.
Right.
And be like, you know, and I would watch the whatever. It just felt like, I don't know, it's not like I didn't have friends, but kind of like similar to Ethan, it was like, sometimes I just like being alone. And parties, I didn't feel like going to parties then, but like, I just feel, it was, low-key I was lonely, you know, because I would go and I'd sing songs, and I was getting over, like, a past relationship. Like, it was so much context and layers to it, and that's why I did the music, and it helped me get better. So it's not a funny, lonely experience.
really good, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen his group a couple of times.
Thank you.
They're really good.
I've heard him sing before. He's pretty good. No, yeah. See, that's not. But that's more like peaceful. It's weird how we have all different types of lonely here. We've got, like,
yeah.
sad lonely. We've got like
Hey, I wasn't sad.
Miserable lonely.
Yeah, we just got like completely alone in another country lonely, and then this is more just like reflective, peaceful lonely. I guess I'll go with mine then. So my story, mine's is kind of weird because it was, half of it was unintentional, and then the other half I kind of recommitted to being lonely. So, God, I don't remember when did The Hateful Eight come out?
Last year.
Okay. Well, when The Hateful Eight was coming out, I went to go see it in theaters, and I was like, you know what, I'll go see it with my mom. And she's like, all right, I'm getting out of a doctor appointment. Get us tickets. We'll be right there. I'm like, cool. We were on our way over there, and then I got there. I'm in the seats, studio movie girl, waiting for her. I'm texting her like, hey, movie's about to start. Where are you? She's like, sorry, buddy.
Did you swerve?
By my own mother. And she's like, sorry, the appointment's running long. Just go ahead and watch it without me. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll watch it. So I watched The Hateful Eight by myself, which is now in retrospect probably a good thing because it's kind of a super vulgar movie. And my mother's fine with that kind of stuff. It's just like
You would have been looking over at you.
Yeah, I did not have to be like checking my shoulder every second. So I watched this movie by myself, and it was a long movie. It was like 2 hours. Like,
Yeah, it's old. It's
2.5 hours, something like that.
He stretches it.
So I watched this whole movie. I'm like, okay, cool. And the whole time I ordered like an ice cream sundae. So I'm sitting there, and it comes in a big chalice. So I'm eating this ice cream sundae all by myself, and I watched The Hateful Eight, and I'm like, wow, this is kind of lonely. The next day, I'm like, oh, I gotta go see The Revenant. The Revenant is coming out, and I have to go see that because I heard it's such a good movie, and Leo's in it, and I'm so excited. So I go there, and I couldn't find anyone to go with. I willingly commit to go and watch this movie, another movie, again, within the same 24 hours. The thing I didn't realize until halfway through the movie was, and why it felt so long during the time was, they're both take place in the same time era, and like they're like just early America, like winter time. Yeah. So it felt like I was sitting in the same theater, so I felt like I was watching one long movie, and I was like, oh my god, how long have I been in this era? Like it's still snowing, everyone's sad, it's America, what the fuck is happening? And I had the ice cream again. I'm like, it's cold, I'm cold, they're cold. Like in The Revenant, you see how cold Leonardo gets, and I'm just like, I feel you, buddy. And I'm so alone, just like you. So mine was more like I committed into it, and I didn't realize how I put myself almost in a different time era for like a total of nearly 6 hours in 2 days. I do not go see movies alone that often anymore. Like after that, it was too much. It was weird that it came out at the same time too.
It's hilarious.
That being said, both good movies.
Something that's interesting about your topic though is none of us. Well, Ukairo is kind of like this. That's what I thought we were all going to bring up. You never really experience being alone until you go to college. Like, yeah. Or I guess people who don't go to college, they have that when they like move out themselves kind of thing. But there's a really interesting feeling of like, I always call college being an adult with training wheels, where it's like, we're not really adults right now. Right. Like we're on a closed campus. We we can go to Wendy's and get a 404 and live off of that. We have classes. We're like not really adults yet. We're like, we're still fetus, you know? Right. So it's always interesting to me that, like, you do have these moments, though, where you're in the middle of Austin, and you're like, you committed to go do something, and I'm like, my parents are 1,000 miles away in a different city, like, not even in the state, whatever, and they're over doing their own thing, and, like, my mom sends me a Snapchat, my buddy sends me a Snapchat of back home, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not there. If I
it hits you.
I can't just go over there and hang out with them. So there's moments of, like, it's not even loneliness. It's just like realization that I'm like, oh, and I have that a lot. I have a lot of nostalgia all the time because I've lived in so many different places, and because I just have like these different friend groups, and now that they're all on my Snapchat, they'll just send me snaps constantly, and I'm like, oh, here's my buddy Robert who lives in Spain, and oh, here's my buddy Cole who's up in school in Vancouver, and here's my buddy who's going to school in, San Antonio. It's an hour away, but he's still physically away from me. Yeah. And I realized, I'm like, everyone's doing their own things, and I'm like, it's kind of like FOMO almost, like fear of missing out. Yeah. It's almost, I'm like, all my friends are like doing okay for themselves, and I think I'm doing okay too, but I'm not there, so I just can't like physically interface with them.
That's a whole other topic I'd love to talk about sometimes, like the social media and how it's actually more isolating sometimes than it is inclusive. I totally resonate. Snapchat for sure is about that.
How often do all your friends hang out with other people without you? But it's the physical act of seeing their story, and you go like, God. Really, y'all are playing music, y'all are getting smoothies. You didn't invite me. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
It's actually it's probably there you go.
Like, actively going on Snapchat to see which friends hung out without me today.
Oh my god. I mean, I only got Snapchat like, let's say, a month ago, and I found, because I'm really cynical about social media. I've read the articles. I'm on the side of social media sucks. We should stop using social media. We should stop looking at our phones and stuff, and put phones aside.
That being said, follow us on Twitter.
By the way, subscribe and stuff, man. Everything.
Comment.
The plug.
Soon you guys are probably. I'm saying you guys will probably soon have a Snapchat. For your podcast. So
we should.
Right?
That's a good idea.
That's the only thing we'll have.
Yeah, we have a Twitter and stuff like that. It's a good idea.
But yeah, man, like there was this time when I was just like looking at my phone and I didn't know what to do with this thing. Because to me, it's a tool. That's all it is. It's not me, right? And then I was just like, but I don't have anything else to do. And then I went Snapchat. And then I read articles on Snapchat. That's how bored I was. Wow. The ones that come up here and like swipe up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like,
you actually
I actually read them. And then I went through, I selected everything and just pressed play. And I was like, no, I don't want to be this person, man.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, it's definitely interesting, like seeing, because I feel like it's a different tool for different people. Mm-hmm. Like I know, like I see sorority girls on it, and they have a 70 million person list. Yeah. Even her list is so large, and I feel like,
friends.
And I get annoyed because I curated who's on my Snapchat. Like people, I'll have you on Snapchat, and I'm like, yeah, I just don't really want to see you like. Woo! at parties every day, you know.
God.
Like,
Yeah, that's a go on.
so there's certain
No,
people,
I feel it. I know what you're.
there's certain people I'm just like no, but there's other people I'm like I want to see what my buddies are doing. There's like some of my really good friends again that were separated because of college. I'm like I just want to see like, but again the jealousy. My buddy Cole just sent me a picture the other day. And his animation school, they just got a mocap lab, a $1.5 million mocap lab, whatever. So he sent me videos of them like with the mocap suits on, like in the full room and everything, and it's like rendering on the computer. And I'm like,
that's awesome.
Dang, and it's such a cool experience to share and everything. So I'm like, this is why I like social media. And it's my excuse for always being like tethered to my phone. Is like almost all my friends are like spread around the world, so it's me keeping interface with them.
No, for sure.
But at the same time, I do totally feel like that. Like what's Twitter doing to democracy? What's like putting all of our thoughts in 140 characters doing to people who are like, oh yeah, I know about this healthcare plan because I read it on Twitter, and I'm like, do you? Like, it's bad, but like, do you know about it?
See, you're the person that social media works for. You have friends all over the world, and this is how you connect to them.
Right.
Me, who I have friends that live in different places, but a majority of them are only like a city away.
Right.
It's like I don't really need to. Like, if I'll catch up with you in a month or so, and you can tell me anything important. Sure. I've come much farther away, but the reason I cringed just about 2 minutes ago is because you said you're tired of seeing them at parties.
Oh,
the number one thing I hate seeing Snapchat stories of are people at concerts.
Right.
Holy fuck, do I hate that. It gets me so
What do
mad.
you hate about it? Like, break it
I'm
down.
like, you
Get this
paid
real.
the money to be there. You could have bought that song and listened to it at your home, fucking naked if you wanted to, beating off. I don't care. But instead, you're like, I'll drop $200 to go to this music festival. And here's an idea. I'll record it and look at it through my screen instead of using my own two eyes to have fun and experience it with my friends. And it blows my mind.
So are you fine with the one on your story to check in and say, hey, I'm going to see Blink-182? Are you fine?
That's
with
great. Like, if you're taking one with the squad, like right before you're like about to go see so and so, great. But if I see like three, if I'm like, if I see one of them like partying, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, it's their favorite song, and I have to click 10 more times to get through the rest of that play set, I'm done.
No. I was I wish I hated it. I was bad about that. I saw Guns N' Roses reunion tour this last summer, and it was just like it was my dad and my grandfather, so it's like the generations of Berman to all of GNR, and it was him coming out, and because at first I kind of jaded, like it's Guns N' Roses, it's not gonna be that good, and he's like, do you know where you are? And I'm like,
oh my god.
I'm like, hi. So I put on my Snapchat story. I'm like, yo, it's Axel, and I'm like, okay. Like the next, I got a friend Leia. She like when I got back from summer, she was like, you had a lot of fun at concerts this summer. And I'm like, I realized I put too many on my story. I'm like, my bad.
No, dude, I thought, you were going to talk about, like, when people go to parties and, like, I've been wanting to make a YouTube video about it, like, the reality of a Snapchat video about a party and the actual party itself. Same party. Party.
Interesting.
When someone goes, woo! I've seen people rally their friends together to do a live video, and then they just like disperse afterwards.
Whoa.
I've seen that. It's crazy.
Rookie move on the podcast
Party foul.
life.
But yeah, man, it's crazy. Like I hate that stuff because I see people, and then like I don't know how that started. I don't know who started the whole thing. But again, like I told you, I'm a cynic about it. The whole recording yourself going.
Yeah,
into a song. You're just nodding and you're looking at the camera. Like to me, that's creepy. I think 4 years ago, before Snapchat, I don't know when Snapchat started, but like. I think we would find that creepy, but we don't.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, again, I was talking because there's this guy, E.T., he was like kickstarting his film, and he did like a vlog channel, like raise money for his thing kind of video. As a horrible way to put that, I apologize. I was it. But Emily was watching, she's like, oh, he's really good at that YouTuber thing. And I was like, he is, and like, no offense, because he nailed it, he got his goal, whatever. Mm-hmm. But to me, I'm like, I don't like vloggers. Like the you've seen the content I watch. I watch Rooster Teeth. I like vlogs. They're fine. It's just people who make their like Phil DeFranco, right? I think he's a really talented guy, really funny, cool media ever. But like you have to recognize there has to be something kind of wrong in him that he's able to just talk into a camera and be so charming and personal, like, hey, what's up, YouTubers? You know, over and
Good
over
impression,
again.
man.
He's like he does that thing so well, and I'm like. It is a weird, like, you're just talking to a box. Like, you're just talking into the screen and going, and I'm going, oh, hey, he's talking to me, you know? Like, he feels so personal. It almost takes me out when they're too good at it. Like, I almost like Bernie Burns with his little, like, selfie stick. Like, is this thing on? Like, him not being good at it more? Because I'm like, oh, this is real, versus them, like, feel like there's someone in a conversation across from me because I think it's like too perfected.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't like how it like clicks into our psychology. It's like, oh hey, yeah, I'm talking to my buddy.
What do you think about Casey though?
He's like a master of the
Right?
craft. That's
Yeah.
the issue. He's a master of the craft. Like the amount of camera work he puts into everything, like his equipment videos and everything.
Because there's like Casey Neistat, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the dudes I like, but I'm more jealous of than I like them. Cold, Taylor Cut Films.
Sure.
I'm like, what do you? First of all, who's giving you all this money
Right.
to travel for this long, making these cool videos about things that I will never experience in my life? I might never like, and I don't need those things. I don't want them. But you're making your YouTube video about having a more fun life than the average human being.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Can you stop? And it's crazy how much money that makes you, because you think about like film. People are like, yeah, in college you study film. And it's like there's all sorts of ways you could go about this thing.
Yeah.
If you get millions of views on YouTube, you're good. Kinda, if that's what you want to do.
Sure.
You could stop there. You could be like, you know what, I've made it in life.
Yeah.
If you want to make feature films, I mean, it's just crazy stuff. But man, how do we get talking about this? Snapchat.
You're on it.
Loneliness. And
Loneliness.
Yeah. And I guess to like wrap that up, it ties in. Where
Wait,
it's
how's
like,
how's this for lonely? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. How many are we? Four people talking about loneliness.
Yeah.
In a studio.
But
Wow.
it's kind of ironic that we're like talking into these microphones, hoping people are listening back in
For
the
sure.
same way.
Well, I'm always a fan of the podcast format because it is like you're just eavesdropping on conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not like, hey, what's up, guys? How are you doing today? Blah, blah, blah. I ate this today. It's like a lot more of, hey, we're just turning the mics on. We address you occasionally, and then we kind of talk. But
That was really meta, but
7 layers.
We broke that, yeah.
But yeah, with that, I know we all have busy schedules.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a really good podcast.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ukairo, thank you so much for joining us,
Dude,
buddy. It was
man.
great to have you.
This is
You had the
feels
honor
great,
of being
man.
our first guest.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
Yeah.
First
you're the
guest.
first guest.
Do I get a prize? Is this Ellen?
Of course, Ellen, you get to be on the internet.
Your story of loneliness forever will be searchable.
Yeah, and you're invited back whenever we're all free together.
I'd probably I'll take you up on that offer, man. This is fun.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Wanna
thanks
make
all
a
for
plugs?
Yeah, let's do some plugs. So thanks all for joining us. Again, check the description. We launched our Patreon. That's been running for a little bit. Be sure to subscribe. Drop any money you can. There's different tiers with different perks you get. Any money you get helps support our web series that we'll be starting production on very soon. Creepily soon.
Very scarily soon.
We have links to our Twitters individually. Our channel Twitter is @CattleProdTeam. Be sure to check us out. Keep sharing this to our friends, any friends you might have. Any subscribers and views definitely help. What's the question for the week? So here, every single week at the end of the podcast, we ask the audience a question so they can put comments, like respond to us in the comments.
You got a question you want them to answer?
Man, I have tons, but I'll go with this one. Oh dang, man. Nah, I don't think. Nah, bro. No.
Are you open to them answering what they think is the best fast food, and then you shake?
I was gonna ask about fast food, but I was like, I don't know. I don't want my heart to be broken. Like I've never looked up stats about Wendy's.
Everybody's like,
I have a
"Wendy's
confirmation
trash."
bias. I look for only good stuff about Wendy's. Like how Wendy's is so savage. Is it Wendy's? No, Wendy's so savage on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
So I only find stuff
Wendy's
that's good
Twitter's
about,
amazing.
Right?
Absolutely amazing.
Okay.
They have the best marketing team. A shout out to them.
I'm gonna ask them.
Okay.
My question is. Oh man, nah, don't worry about it, man. I don't want to find out anything.
You sure?
The best fast food, and I don't know.
What's the loneliest you've ever been?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what is your favorite Wendy's experience?
Sure.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good one. I like
Wendy's
that.
experience and what's your go-to menu option?
Okay, there you go.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. Be
Thank
sure
you
to join us
guys
next week.
so much. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.